I think this will be a really helpful tip for you when you're creating embroidery designs for a production environment. So here we have a design that we're going to be doing 30 beanies. And you could see that this design has 11 thread trims. Well, let's turn off our true view stitches by hitting the T key on our keyboard. And let's take a look at this design and see where exactly those thread trims are coming from. So if I select the entire design, you see these little triangular shapes? That is what represents thread trims. Now I know why those two exist, but look at all these little thread trims down here. Okay, and that is because if we use the lettering function here inside Hatch, this is a true type font that is already digitized for us in Hatch, and I do not want thread trims between each one of these letters. So my idea being, once this all stitches out, I can take one beanie off, put another one back on the machine, and while that one's stitching, I can just come in here with my scissors and I can nip those little in between threads. And because for this to go through, let's see, it would have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 thread trims. That's a lot of starting and stopping of the machine slowing down to make the thread trim, then to make it, and then to speed back up for the next one, and so on. I'd rather just have it plow right through the design very quickly. So it's really easy, and what's nice about Hatch is you can do it on a case-by-case basis within a design. So this particular element, I do not want automatic thread trims, but in another situation in the same design, I may want to have automatic thread trims. So we can kind of bounce back and forth on a case-by-case basis. So we're going to select our object that we want to modify, which is our training text, and then we'll come up here and right click on trim, and that will bring us up a dialog box, and you can see here automatic thread trims is now turned off. Okay, so if I close this, uh, and I just do the same thing again, I'll right click on trim, it'll bring it up, and now you can see it automatically turns it on. So every time we do that, it will automatically switch over to the other. So we're just going to leave it off, and now you can see we only have 3 thread trims. So that's going to be produced much quicker. And like I said, we could just go ahead and manually nip those little threads really easily. So if we turn back on True View here, you'll see that we now have the threads in between our letters. This just basically shows us that it ended here on the G and then went back to the home position of the design. But there's not actually a piece of thread there. But at any rate, that's how you're able to control the thread trims there. Now, there's a lot more to learn about controlling thread trims, but that's just a real basic little tip for you that if you really want to maximize your production time, we need to minimize our thread trims and our thread jumps, and this is one good way to do it. It's really simple. Thanks for watching.